It's your boy Mastermind here of Ohio Cannabis Live. Welcome back to another one of my weekly live streams. It is Friday. As always, we're live. I'd like to know what you're medicating on today. Give me a second to get my little system working here. Trying a couple different new things today, so that can always throw me off, especially if you get all these screens up. Let's see what's going here. Hey, what's up, Thin Lizzy? What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Tammy? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to live stream. Sometimes things be looking a little bit crooked here. I got really got to change the tripods. But okay. All right. So today's show we're gonna cover a few things. We're gonna talk about this raid at the Best Buds Depot located in Dayton, Ohio, on Salem Avenue. We're gonna talk about the Ohio Cannabis Expo. And we're gonna talk about this information that I got about the DEA giving the senators a heads up. They might be getting ready to do something as far as the schedule or taking it off altogether. So we're gonna have to see exactly what's going on. And we're doing some more mic testing. So that'll be fun to see how it sounds to you through my software. As I said, I was gonna hook this up, try this out. And I got this speaker back here too that I thought was so cool until it wasn't. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. All right. So first thing we need to do is get everybody hit the like button, share the video, get the algorithm going, get everything going. Uh, so, I like to jump right into this discussion about today's main topic of the show, which is about this place here, the Bud Deep bestbuddepot.com. Now, this is a picture that is coming from Reddit, but we have some other pictures we're gonna look at besides Reddit, and I want y'all to see how I analyze uh, things like this. So let me get to my screen here. During this time, I won't really necessarily be able to see your comments, but I'll be checking back on them here in a minute. So first thing I did was I just started doing some research about what was on Reddit, and I come right up to um, this post on Reddit that basically says, recently I stopped at Best Buy and picked up pre-roll some of their bud and got high for a second. Then I realized on the package actually some point 0.3 THC that was compatible under the 2018 Farm Bill. Please don't waste your time on this place. They're selling us the same stuff that most gas stations and smoke shops will sell. As soon as I seen the label, I knew it was garbage. When they didn't ask for ID, I figured something was up. And then they said something about Moorish laws don't apply to them. Okay, interesting. And then there's something about the Moors. I don't really know what's going on there. I know what Moors are. And somebody also says people have been calling them out on Google about their responses and have been wild claiming to be legit. I was talking to a guy who said he was friends with the dude that runs the place and that he was down just to eat the fines because his profits were worth it. If you're selling legitimate weed, they just shut you down. Why they wouldn't pop you up with 10K fine lest you continue. Dude, the governor's really called out this place in a press conference a week ago. So this is about 4 months ago. So let's fast forward to this week. And I don't know why my screen seems to be frozen here, but I'm gonna let you see what I see. So this is some footage from WHIO7, local news here in Montgomery County, and they're basically, just to make a long story short, talking about how they found guns and weed at this place. Many people have said things like, "Hey, man, it's legit. It's legit. They're under the Farm Bill." But what we've learned in reading this article that you can find yourself on Yahoo, you can just Google Best Buzz Depot raid, and you'll get this same Yahoo article that I got. You'll be able to clearly understand that what happened here is they sent agents in there to buy the weed, to test the weed, to find out if it really was weed, and it came back that it really was weed, which triggered a raid, which is why they got in trouble. Plus, they had guns. So guns and weeds, guess what? That's a felony. Selling drugs, selling weed without license, and then having all these guns, that's a problem. That's probably a felony. I'm not a judge and I'm not a lawyer, but I do know the laws, and I do know that selling cannabis without a license is illegal. And in order to be able to sell cannabis, not hemp, you have to have a DEA license. So, bestbudsdepot.com. A lot of people said the weed was good. A lot of people said the weed was trash. I looked on Google to see what they were saying about it on Google. So here we go. Looking at it on Google, we're learning that it's the newest reviews are not that bad. But then we have edit well. Had to take a star away for the owner's copy and paste a response 18 hours ago. I was extremely disappointed when I read this article that from last year, December, about the product has changed. In all honesty, business got to make money. People should look more into what they're consuming. I don't put blame on either party for more than other. Flower gives you delta tongue feel for sure. Vape products give you headache at some point. Both 100% give you both mellow feel, but it's not what most mislead consumers are looking for. Hopefully this review and the one prior will be used for educational purposes. Okay, and then a lot of people saying great. And what I did was I looked at the newest reviews, and this very first one here, a bunch of delusion. This is 28 minutes ago, actually. This is a fresh one. I love reading fresh Google reviews. A bunch of delusional people selling unsafe product. Don't trust them. Is Delta 8 fake flower with fake COAs. They're the reason they do things. Real dispensaries can't. Is not because they are special. It's because they are lying. It's why the police raided the store and took 18 guns and all product they had to ship more and make as much money as they can before they get arrested when the tests come back. Okay. So that was just a few minutes ago. That was before the show. Here go another one here 2 days ago. Order never arrived. There is no way this takes this many days to get an order 35 miles down the road. Here go another one. 2 days ago. People, don't waste your time and money. Your store is a ghetto. Products don't get you high. I bought a mushroom bar. Okay, interesting. Mushroom bar. Bought a mushroom bar and ate the whole thing and did not even get a head change. Bought eighth because of black. Because of black. Tastes good, but no buzz. I will not go back. Okay. Here go another one. That was 2 days ago. So right around the time it got raided, I guess shipping shut down. You think? So, I have been reading and hearing about this place for a long time. I've listened to both sides of it, and I've read a lot of the Google reviews. And this even was mentioned in the Reddit, but I'm not going to pull it up. But they even doxed somebody. Basically threatened to come see this person on Google. Like, they reviewed them and said they was fake, and they didn't like what they had. And they said, well, we'll have somebody come see you. We got your address. And they put that person's address in the Google's review, so that everybody on Google would now have this individual's address. Now that's doxing. That's dangerous. Okay. So the question is, why? Is it if you was legit? You think a legitimate dispensary? Would get on Google and put your address to your house on Google and say, I'm coming to see you? Come on. I heard that people was driving from all over to buy from Best Buds Depot. I heard they was kicking ass on sales. Somebody told me they was making over $1 million a week. What's up, Jerry? I'm back in comments now. Audio is fuzzy. Okay, audio is real fuzzy. Real. Alright. Audio is fuzzy. Alright. Let's change that. Audio is fuzzy. I know exactly what it is. All right. Fuzziness should be gone. Right? No fuzziness. Do you hear any fuzzy now? Are we still fuzzy? All better. Okay. So, what you were hearing was the humming and buzzing from the interface of the microphone. So, I'm going to turn off one mic and switch to the other mic.
Hello. Am I still fuzzy? Am I sounding fuzzy now? I'm probably sounding really loud, so I'm going to turn the volume down. How does that sound? Does that still sound real fuzzy? Because we're switch mics. Now I'm about to get live on y'all. All right, man. Go back to work. It's fuzzy again. That one's fuzzy too, but not as bad. All right, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. What's happening is I'm getting interference probably from this interface. It doesn't work very well with running it inside of this other deal. Basically, what it is, this thing puts out a mono. That's one channel, and then I split it into two. So now it's making fuzzy. What's up, Terry? Hey. All right, I'm switching back to the other mic. Hey, tell me if the fuzziness is better now. Tell me, is it less fuzzy? I adjusted some things here, and it might sound actually better. But you let me know. Is it still fuzzy wuzzy? Because if it is, I have another idea. It's gone? No fuzziness? No fuzzy? Ah, I figured it out. Okay, it's time for me to get live with y'all now. Nah, this ain't Mastermind Live. Well, it's good to know this is working. All right, we switch this back.
All right, there's the mic y'all know and love right there. That's that lapel mic. That gives you that TV sound. What you are probably hearing is the AC unit that is right next to me, and I've actually spent money on the microphones to eliminate the fuzzy noise, the fuzzy wuzzy sound. He said, "Good now, don't touch anything." Hey, what's up, Captain Green Toker? So, you know, one thing we got to talk about is this wacky weather in Ohio. I didn't get a chance to do the forecast. So, right now, the forecast is this: it's warm, it's cold, it's warm, it's cold. My air's running in the day, my heat's running at night. Humidity is all over the place, and we got storms coming in. So that means for all the home growers out there, you need to pay attention to your humidity and your hydrometer meters for the next couple of days, because when we get this rain, it's supposed to be warm on top of rain. So you know what it means when you get tropical, you got that warm on top of rain. So that's gonna mess with all your inner climates in your house and everything else. And some people say, hey, I don't even watch the humidity. You know what? I thought about it, and it's like we come up with all this technology to monitor everything, to know what everything's doing. Our phones, our doors, our lights, our alarms, our cars. But back before all this stuff existed, we didn't worry about none of this stuff. We didn't have to worry about hydrometer. We didn't even know what a hydrometer was. We just was like, I need something. It's a little bit something. We didn't even figure out that it was humidity until 20 years later. Like, oh wait, I got a hydrometer now. I can actually see the humidity is a little bit. But what I do want to do is give you, and it looks like I inadvertently brought the same video twice. So what we'll do is I'll show you this video. Weird. It's 50 degrees on. Yeah, and so I'm not sure why my videos freeze. That's kind of weird. But anyway, this is a little update on the garden I was going to show you. But you can see, layer cake is killing it. You know, regardless of whether this is freezing or not, it's still killing it right now. Also, recovered form cookies is killing it. That's what's next to it right there on the side. I still got some stuff struggling. Thanks again to my sponsors, Horticulture Lighting Group, for sponsoring my grow tent and my light. I got a great deal going on with Horticulture Lighting Group. You can use my code OCLGROW at HLG.com to save 25% for a limited time. And speaking of Horticulture Lighting Group, they will be hosting a grow light workshop at the Ohio Cannabis Expo, Canton. If you haven't bought your tickets, we have a limit of up to 500 people or less. So if you don't have your ticket yet, you're putting yourself in the chance that you might not be able to get in. I'm not going to tell you how many tickets we sold. We still got tickets left, though, so there's plenty of time. But next week will be here. You got to start planning now. If you haven't booked your hotel, you better do that right now because the rates are going to go up as we get close to the event. I just want to give you some information about what's going to be going on at the expo because I know a lot of people simply don't sometimes do this easiest thing, but go to OhioCannabisExpo.com to get all your latest information about the expo. But in case you didn't do that already, I want to cover a few things. First of all, this is not a farmer's market. So we're not selling seeds and clones because that's something for the farmer's market. And I'm not trying to recreate what's already been created. Second of all, are we selling cannabis at the expo? No, because there is no recreational sales yet. So we cannot sell cannabis at the expo. Can I smoke cannabis in the expo? No, you cannot. It's a Hilton hotel. You cannot smoke cannabis in any hotel. And if you do, they're going to fine you a bunch of money for doing so and ban you from the property. And we'll ban you from any future expos we have. Hint word future expos. So that means that don't do it. Can't do it. Now, what can I buy at the expo? Is it going to be like the other ones where they just got a bunch of rolling trays there? No. There will be glass and other things that you could buy, custom made items. There'll be some products that are hemp derived from the 2018 Farm Bill. I'm not telling you there's going to be D8 there because there isn't going to be. But there might be other hemp stuff there. So that can mean hemp vape cards, CBN, CBG, CBD. Those type of products so certainly could be available there to you. And some of those products are actually quite interesting. We'll have some people there to have shirts, clothing. We're going to have business owners from within the cannabis industry there. We're going to have a discussion panel with some of the top leaders in the Ohio cannabis industry. Some of the ones that are not the MSOs, but the small folks. We've even got some accounting folks coming all the way from New York. Shout out to Markham Accounting. They're coming. Shout out to them for sponsoring our event. And so we got a lot of people. Shout out to Spender. Spender is going to be in the building. If y'all don't know about Spender, you better sign up now because Spender is going to explode when rec happens because this is the simplest way to purchase cannabis with the Spender app. And when you sign up for Spender and use my referral code, you'll get an extra couple dollars. I didn't even tell you I got a referral code to give you some money off on your stuff. And that's how it is. That's how it is. So we have that going on. And that's exciting. Now I want to talk about some other stuff going on. We're also going to be doing giveaways. If you've been in any events I've had, periodically what I'll do is I'll give out mystery bags. Now I didn't get them in the mail yet today. They hadn't come yet. But we're going to have some mystery bags. And I got some news for you. There's going to be stuff in them bags. Them bags might be full of swag, might be full of stickers. But some of those bags, according to Mama Mastermind, are going to have gas cards in them. So that means at least a few people who come to the expo are going to get a gas card. Ding! Also, I will be doing a giveaway for this device here. And this is called a Yocan Celestial. This is I'm looking for the other stuff. It's like I have so much stuff. This is a dab vaporizer. So you can do dabs, concentrates. Okay. This is brand new. This has never been opened. Shout out to YoCan for sending this to me to give away to people. I did not pay for this. This was a free product. Okay. And I've got some more. And you know what? I would normally never even give y'all this stuff. You want to know why? You want to know why I wouldn't give it to you? Because it's blue. So here's another. So it won't be like other events. I be giving stuff away at my events. I don't just have you come there and get your money and you don't have nothing to gain from it. That's not how I operate my events. I ain't like everybody else. Okay, so you come to my event, tickets are on sale right now. It's $15 per day or $25 for 2 days. Okay, different vendors will be there on different days. So who's there Friday might be somebody different there Saturday. We have up to 18 different vendors that'll be there. And I said, who are these vendors? Some of these people are dispensaries. Some of these people are medical cannabis companies. Some of these people have companies that are tied into cannabis companies. Some of these folks are just regular entrepreneurs. It's a mixed bag. So the idea here is to bring the cannabis community together. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. That's what the goal of our expo is, to get all these different businesses across the cannabis spectrum in the same place at the same time. Also, shout out to the Hilton for letting us use their facility. Shout out to Hilton and their team. They're great people at the Hilton. I appreciate this. It's a big opportunity. And you say, why is it different from everybody else's expo? Well, I made sure it was going to be different from everybody else's expo because I wanted it to be different. I'm not a copycat. And if anybody else tells you they're hosting the Ohio Cannabis Expo, you better correct them and say, no, there's only one Ohio Cannabis Expo, and that's the one that's hosted by Ohio Cannabis Live. Now, we can have all kinds of other events, but they cannot be the Ohio Cannabis Expo. That's us. Just so everybody knows that. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. We already got 2,500 friends on Facebook. I don't know how many more they'll let us hold there. We're going to probably max out on friends on Facebook. There's 600 people waiting to be accepted. I haven't had a chance to say hi to all of you yet. The website has had over 10,000 views already. Something like that. I'm like, whoa. So the excitement about having an expo, I already can see that we're going to need a bigger place. So we got to figure out the next one, because this one's already going to probably be overbooked. It's going to be packed. Or y'all just ghost me and you bought tickets and you're not really going to show up and it's going to be an empty room. Nah, you better be there. Because I'm going to be there. If you ain't got no other reason to come down to the Ohio Cannabis Expo, Canton, is to come see your boy Mastermind in action. Am I going to dress up and wear a suit? Am I going to be wearing this same outfit you see me wearing all the time? Am I going to have that long black beard that I always have? Am I going to do a stand-up comedy skit show or something? Could I do Mastermind live at the expo? They probably kicked me out of there. It's probably hey, Mastermind Live got age restricted on YouTube last night. You know, ain't that just nothing? You know, they're just giving us a hard time every time, every single time. And you know, I'm just about to play this video again. I don't figure out why it froze up on me, but it did. And there's the auto flowers. You know, you got to see those real quick. But then you get to see the whole family there. Yep, I had it all recorded for you. It's this real nice video. And of course, you know, the internet systems and programs didn't work. Flyers. The new flyer will be ready later today. Yes, I got some emails from some of you about getting the file for the flyer. Again, if you need the flyer so you can print it and pass it out for the expo, email me at info@Ohio Cannabis Live. Hey, Lynette, I appreciate the super chat there for $1.99. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for everyone for being here. And it looks like we got about 23 people watching. So, I was kind of distracted for a minute, and I was looking at the screen, so I didn't really see what y'all's reaction was to the smoke shop being raided. And I also want to let you know, as was researching this story, I found out that another shop actually in Kent was raided. Okay, so basically, what happened there, from what I'm being told, I can't say who told me, but is that they had been buying stuff, you know, and somebody sent them some real THC products, allegedly on accident, and they start selling it, and people start realizing that this is the real deal, and they reported that, and guess what happened? The same thing. Sent the little agents in there, do a control buy, hey, go in there and look cool, man, and act like you want to buy some weed, and you get some weed, come back out, we'll test it. Hey, hey, that was an ink pen, YouTube. This is an ink pen. It's not a joint. It's not a cannabis apparatus. Cannot flag my video for an ink pen. Okay, so anyway, to get back to the lab, hey boys, there's some good shit here. This ain't hemp. This lasted way longer than 30 seconds. Hey boys, we got us some real weed. We got to get the boys. Hey man, get ATF and everybody down here, man. We got some real smoke today, boys. How's it they tested? They surely ain't got time to wait for the lab to get it done. So, what I wanted to show you before I go, hey, Mama Mastermind in the house. Mama Mastermind house is another graphic that I want to show you is I look at lab reports, okay? And I like looking at lab reports because it helps me see whether or not something is legit. So, I had to ask yourself the question, like, is this stuff legit? So, what I did was I went up and I pulled up the lab reports for this place. Okay. And I had to put the zoom on 300 to access their lab reports. Okay. This is Best Buds .c .oa lab reports. Okay. Now Mastermind's been doing this for a while now. So again, we're looking at this first report here, and this is some moon rocks. And this lab report is from June of 2023, and I'm still squinting my eyes to see it. Next, we got some Halle Berry. This one's for newer, tested February. Okay, so here's where the problem comes in. This report says right here the total THC on this product is 26%. That would make it regular weed. Total cannabinoids, 26%. Total THC. I'm looking and see what they're putting on here. Delta 9, Delta 8, none detected. No THC. No THC was detected. No Delta 9 THC. They're trying to make it say it was so low, it wasn't detected. It's just a little tiny bit. Okay, now these are a little bit bigger. We can see these a little bit better. Let's see. November. Okay, November. This is for some ice cream cake. All right. The client is FH50, whoever the hell that is. I guess that's supposed to be them. But what concerns me about the reports and the way that they're displayed on the site is that, first of all, I can't click on these. They're all just kind of like copy and pasted on there. Like somebody just went and got a bunch of lab reports for a bunch of products, okay, and just slapped them all on here. And there's a variety of labs here. But when you look at lab reports, you're looking for certain telltale things like, okay, who was the lab report for? Like, what company is the lab report? Who is the grower? Okay, now I'm looking through this and I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, the sample is some THC live rosin. Okay, the customer is Dream Corp. Okay, I don't even know who the hell Dream Corp is, but that ain't Best Buds Depot. Okay, so here goes some motor breath over here. Total THC 23%. But when I look down in the tiny fine print, where it says Delta 9 THC, it's, under the point zero 0.03, and then it says none detected is the result. So it is a little bit confusing as to what the result really is. Something else I noticed as well is some of these lab reports are 2 years old. And I can't imagine if they're still selling weed that's from 2 years ago, even a year ago. We even questioned that in our own program. But there is a variety of reports here that we're looking at, and consistently, what I keep noticing is that it's very hard to determine what company orders the lab reports, who these lab reports are issued to, um, it, and here as we get further down into the list, we're looking at cookies hemp. Okay, very clearly it says the word hemp. Something I've been looking for, like does it say hemp anywhere on any of the stuff? And I don't see that. Here's another one: total THC for Lion's Cake, 26%. No CBD in this, none. This ain't even got CBD. You know what I mean? I think what they're banking on is that somebody ain't gonna really look at this that carefully because they just want to buy weed. They don't want to. They're not gonna look at the HPLC cannabinoid profile. They're not gonna look at this stuff. But see, somebody like me, I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna try to figure out how does this end up being legal. When I see how they're wording this, you look at this one here. This is a very good example. Delta 9 THC. There's the weight percentage, and then there's the milligram, 1.75. But isn't it supposed to be 0.03? And that's 1.75. So wouldn't that be over the hemp limit? And then we're at the end. That's the end. So, you know, YouTube, you can do whatever you want with this video, but we're looking at lab reports, man. Gee golly, and this ain't my stuff. And like I said, am I a lab expert? No, not at all. But I am looking at, some of these results and seeing how did they end up, being within the legal limit. You can see how it's very carefully dialed in there. But then it's very confusing because then we look at this total THC numbers on some of these reports, and they're very high compared to what the actual Delta 9 THC is. So it's very confusing. What I wanted to do is I want to show you a lab report that's produced by a company in Ohio, just for comparison. This report isn't as fancy smancy as that, and I usually have these lab reports around. As a matter of fact, what I could actually do, let me see. This is an Ohio clean. This is a Larry OG container. Okay, there's nothing in here, but what I could do, a lot of times, and I bet I still can, if the site isn't out of business, is I could pull up the lab results for this product here, and then I can see the company and other information about the product, and it's just a QRC code on the back of this here. Now, what's interesting about this test is that it does say that it's incomplete. So I don't know what that is, but also another key thing here is it's got information in the lab, all that kind of stuff. I can still call a lab and be like, hey man, I'm looking at report number such and such, such and such. Can you pull that up for me? And then I can see what the product is very clearly. And this is that MOOO, that's called a metrics number. That's how stuff's tracked. So when stuff don't have no metrics number, so next time you go in one of these places, this time about that they got real stuff, ask them about do they have a DEA license. Say, do you have a DEA license? They're gonna be like, then you want to know right there. And they go, yeah, we got one of them. Like, let me see it. Should be displayed here on the wall back here. Let me see your DEA license. They're gonna be like, are you a Fed? I'm like, nah, man, I just did my homework. The real dispensaries have DEA license. Are you a dispensary or your head shop? That's gonna have to be a real clear distinction coming up. Either you a dispensary or you a head shop. You can't be both. You can't be both. You can't. Sorry, but you can't be both. So you have to decide which one are you going to be. Are you going to be the dispensary or are you going to be the head shop? I think CBD stores, I think that we're going to see that go away. I just don't see the benefit ratio of us having that. Why do we need a CBD store at this point? We just need head shop because the dispensary is not going to have space to sell all the different cool stuff we can get in the head shop. So I definitely think head shops should go back to being what they originally were, head shops. And if you think about it, a lot of head shops have evolved into either vape shops or glass shops. And in the mix of all that, they start selling all this other stuff that just was so easy to flip at the time because of the 2018 Farm Bill. Everybody just went crazy, started selling it. So people start realizing, hey, this ain't the real thing. This is. And then other people say, hey, this is just fine. It works. It's great. So we have people who have said that these products, even from this Best Buds Depot, helped them. They liked them. They worked. We can read it in the reviews. Some people thought this was good stuff. I have a couple of my good friends who said there was no issue with the stuff from the Best Bud Depot. And they're veterans cannabis users. So, me personally, I just don't like a company that's doing bad business, that's being misleading in any way, shape, or form, or trying to pose as something they're really not. And so that's the thing. And then selling stuff to people and then threatening people. That's really what got under my skin. It ain't even about the products. It's about the whole threatening people on Google and putting their address out and all that kind of stuff. That's not cool. That's not something a legitimate small business would do. That's not something a big business would do. That's something a criminal enterprise would do. It's threaten customers and say, we're coming to see you and we're sending our goons to your house. Matter of fact, here's your address right here. That's not something good companies do. And if they do, then I wouldn't be doing business with them. So I hope that, the company, take this a learning lesson and start working on the pathway to become legit. If they want to be a dispensary, then they should go for a dispensary license. Best Bud, you hear that? If you wanna be legit, go for a license. I don't know if you'll be able to now because you got caught with them guns, but that's what Best Bud should be trying to do, is get their license. But they're not going to get their license if they draw all this unwanted attention to themselves. And guess what else? A new dispensary on Salem Avenue just got their operating license. So guess what? Best Buds, you got a neighbor now. And they got their license. And they going to be selling rec too. So things going to change quick. Okay? Like I said last week, we hoping rec sales will start in June. But I'm gonna set the expectation back to September because I heard that the date's been pushed back. People ain't sure. A lot of rumors. I'm gonna say between June and September, you will be able to probably buy some rec material, and it will be overpriced. It will be. The word's out. They got a clean house to get some new stuff in. So, what do? Well, you just plan ahead and decide right now. Start looking at. You don't need to have a medical marijuana card to look at dispensary menus. Just by the way, you could observe the market right now without even signing in. So, what I would suggest you do is start doing your research now and start planning ahead about what dispensaries you might be interested in visiting that are near you. Or if you want to go somewhere far to get something, start looking at the stuff now. Don't wait till somebody gets on TV or me getting on here and be like, hey, it's the crack, release the Kraken. It's open now. Don't wait, because if you do that, you're going to get there for the first time. You're going to spend an hour or more looking at all this stuff, wasting everybody else's time and making people behind you mad, huffing and puffing because you don't know what you want. And they're like, why don't you look at it online? Well, I want to see it. Well, guess what? You don't always get to see it. Sometimes in a black jar, sometimes in a black bag, sometimes in a green bag, a blue bag. with no windows in it. So you're not going to always get to see it. And you have to realize that's how Ohio does it. Will we have smell jars? Yes. Yes, they exist. We have smell jars where you can see it and smell it, but you ain't going to touch it. You ain't going to put your nose all in the jar and get boogers on it. We figured that out. So, yes, we have smell jars. Yes, there's people that have used them. Can you see it in the store before you buy it? Yes, some of these dispensaries have display cases, but I'm telling you right now, you don't need to see what you know. If it looks bad, don't buy it. If the picture on the internet looks bad, don't buy it. If the reviews on Reddit sound bad, don't buy it. If I said it was bad, don't buy it. We got a lot of places for you to get information about this stuff. A lot of people on Reddit, and me as well, have built databases of information about these products. Don't expect you're going to get some newfangled product that we don't know about as patients. So don't try to tell us about Clutch ice cream cake when you get your first batch, because we know all about Clutch ice cream cake or Clutch Orange 43 or Larry Cake and Grow. We know these things, but there's a lot of people who don't know. And they're still thinking, I can go to Michigan and Michigan weed is so much better. But how the hell do you know that if you haven't even bought none of our stuff yet? Or you only bought some cheap stuff that your friends shared with you, or you got some trash cheap weed that they shared with you because it was cheap. How do you know until you do it yourself? All I'm getting at is don't go on hearsay. Find out for yourself. Do your own research. Look the information up. Ask questions, and be ahead of it. Don't be the person sitting there. Can you show me that Larry cake again? Can you show me the Larry OG again? Knowing that both of those is in a bag you can't see. And both of those is still gonna be the same price when you look at it again. It's the same price before you looked at it when you came to the store online. I'm just saying, you're gonna have a lot of people behind you in line. And the longer you sit in there contemplating it, the more people are gonna start getting mad. And I know that's what's gonna happen. I know this. Okay? And then you're gonna have that person like me that comes in there and everybody wanna talk 10, 15 minutes to me. Now I'm slowing the line down. Hey man, I can't talk. I ain't trying to slow the line down. That's what the internet's for. I'm just saying, I just have been through it. I mean, I remember when we had first got online ordering. It's crazy. When we had first phone ordering, it was crazy. The first curbsides, crazy. Drive-throughs, not so much. And that's something. If you have medical conditions, plan on going to the drive-through. Order ahead the night before. Don't wait and go at the last minute. The best advice I can give anybody about shopping in an Ohio dispensary is do not wait till the end of the day. Don't do it unless you just have no other choice. And then you still should wait for your day off and go early, especially if there's a sale. If there's a sale going on and it's a good one and there's a deal to be had, you better know about it the night before, the week before, if you can. Because if you wait to the last minute, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. So that's why it's important that people pay attention, you know. And we're gonna keep following this story. I've been following this Best Buds thing the whole time, and I've been waiting on the right chance to say something about it. And I was gonna say something, and then they got raided. So that's definitely, uh, you know, a development. I heard that they had got raided before too, but I guess way things are. They didn't. They seem to pass everything. So everything seemed to be all right. So last thing is, just want to make sure to remind you that the Ohio Cannabis Expo is on the 3rd and the 4th of next week. Tickets are on sale at ohiocannabisexpo.com/events. Got a lot of great vendors there. I want to shout out to all my sponsors: Standard Wellness, Macroom, Ohio Cannabis Company, Southern Ohio Botanicals, and Spender. Appreciate y'all sponsoring the Ohio Cannabis Expo. It means a lot to me. Thank you for your support. If y'all new to this content, just know that you're watching one of the most reliable news and information resources about cannabis in Ohio and abroad. We try to stay on top of all this information, and sometimes it is a lot of information. And we're hoping and praying that the DEA will go ahead and deschedule cannabis. There seem like they're sending warning signs to the senators, but nothing has happened yet. And I'm wondering, is 2024 the year that we legalize nationwide? Is this the year? You tell me in the comments if you think we could possibly legalize. Time is flying. So either we can or we can't. I want to know that in the comments. I also would like to know what's cooking for dinner tonight. Um, I'm not quite sure about me. My stomach's not doing so great. I had some Long John Silver's earlier. So that was a little bit rough on me. Won't be eating that for a long time again. That's for sure. Ugh, just clobbered with grease. It was just so soggy. The chicken had a good taste, but it was still just like eating deep fried gobs of grease. Oh, I can't eat fried food, so I just committed a sin. My stomach is hurting like no other right now. I'm gonna go take me some antacids. I can't even take them anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't even. I couldn't even consider myself even keeping that much stuff around. I would be bored with it. That's not my thing. I don't need to have that much at one time. That's not for me. Like, you know, I'm a very particular user when it comes to cannabis. I don't care if Obama or anybody grew it. I don't care who grew it. I don't care where it came from. If it's not what works for me, I don't care. Don't care. I don't care how cheap you got it for. That doesn't matter because everybody has their own taste and you know what you like. And all I'll be trying to tell people is don't knock something without trying it because of bias or because of what your friend said or even what I said. I'm saying try it for yourself because just because you got something cheaper somewhere else, that doesn't mean there isn't something better that isn't affordable somewhere else. It's just a reality that unfortunately in some parts of Ohio, there are these places that are still charging ridiculous prices that don't make no sense. And then there's other places where they're giving it away. Cincinnati, there's places up there they're giving it away. I'm telling you, literally. We're talking crazy stuff that I can't even say on YouTube right now. You have to come see me at the expo and I'll explain more. But people, I'm telling you, there's places where it's almost nothing because they've got so much to get rid of. And people just don't know where to go because their advertising is handicapped by all these rules. So they can't tell you that we have the same deal that they got up north because we ain't allowed to advertise the shit on the internet. So, of course, they're advertising it up there and they're sending you text messages and emails. We got 2 pounds for $1. Come on down. But if we sent you that same message, you probably wouldn't get it. We probably going in the spam box. I get messages all the time. 40% off, 50% off, 60% off. RBC. I be getting messages from Ohio at 1 o'clock in the morning. 40% off, 50% off. Come get it now. $4 vape carts, $5 vape carts. My vape carts was $12 just the last week. 12. I can get 10 for 100. Okay. Okay. Fine. 10 for $12 is 120 bucks. How far apart are we really? Oh, my bad. Now it's 20 for 100. They're $1 now. You can get them for $1. What's up, Jimmy? Drop some memberships on you. I better grab them now. Memberships out. Get your free membership. It's only good for 1 month. You better grab them now. Let's see who's getting them. Who's getting them? Who's getting them? Okay, Chaz Vegas got a membership. Welcome. JR, you got a membership. Hey! Dr. Respected was getting the membership. Hey, what's up? Welcome to being a member. I'm glad that you're now here. Yeah, I feel you. I'm real picky. But at the end of the day, we could grow our own. You know, we can grow our own. You know, that's the best part about it. Hey, James, I saw that. I can't wait to see you there. Hey, that's great. We got to keep them coming. I want to sell all 500 tickets. 500. You got four. Hey, matter of fact, we got 4,000 subscribers officially. We done this. We done went to. Now we need 5,000. Now we got 4,000 just on here. That ain't counting everywhere else. So we're doing great. I thank all of y'all for being here. I look forward to seeing y'all at the Ohio Cannabis Expo. Make sure you get your tickets. Visit ohiocannabisexpo.com/events. And do me a favor, smash the like, subscribe button. And I will see you on the next video.